technology. I mean, technology is another thing that I'm just not really seeing here. What
do you mean by that?
Just integrating the use of technology in classroom and introducing them to new ways to use new technology. I mean, they all take their iPhones to school now, but that's just to look up information.
Okay.
It's not really an innovative use of technology. So that's kind of my deal. Is I would love to see some more resources and opportunities for kids that excel in computers, technology, science, math. I think we've got music, band. My daughter ended up in band instead, since there really wasn't a robust orchestra program. Absolutely loves it. So for her, it was kind of it turned out to be a good thing that there wasn't an orchestra. She found love for another instrument.
I see.
I absolutely love the band program here. It's amazing. Athletics, everyone, it's athletics. Yeah. I wish we didn't spend quite some of our resource, our dollars on that, but I've got a daughter who loves athletics, and she'll love to participate in that one next year when she can join the teams.
Okay.
And then I've got my son, like I said, and I just don't see that, Keller ISD is poised to help him where he wants to go with. He's really interested in electrical engineering. There's nothing, loves to build.
Sure.
There just isn't anything on the horizon for him.
And why do you think the kind of more the engineering sciences or the kind of integrating technology more deliberately into the classroom, why do you think those things are critical for your son's success?
Because that's where a lot of the jobs are going to be in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. So you tie that to kind of job success,
yes.
Success in
job. Test scores are fine and well, but at the end of the day, if they can pass, do well on their SAT, but they don't have the skills to find the job that they want and enjoy for the rest of their lives, education, I think, fails our children.
I gotcha.
They need to be prepared and be able to explore different aspects before they hit the job market, before they hit college.
So in terms of being able to explore all the ways they could apply their knowledge, is that an accurate way that you? Okay.
I would like to see them learn more applicable skills, sciences, less theoretical.
I gotcha. Okay. How do you see that being played out, the more theoretical side of things, in what you're seeing your kids doing in terms of assignments and projects?
Traditional education.
Okay.
A lot hasn't changed since I went through Texas schools.
What's maybe an example of that in manifestation?
We are really just focusing on language arts and math, and they sprinkle the sciences in and social studies. Pretty much just learn, take a test.
Okay.
Kind of where we are. Now there are particular teachers that I think are going beyond that, but at the end of the day, it's really just memorize, take the test, get your grade, kind of move on. There would have to be a huge paradigm shift in education to get to where I would like, what I'm envisioning. I don't see that happening, but if we could just find pockets to help kids that, have kind of an idea of what they want to explore.
Do you think that job market and or college should be the kind of the foregone conclusion of post high school? Or the expectation of what high school prepares you to do? Mm-hmm. Do you think it should be for sure college or?
I think there needs to be a range for everyone.
Okay.
Especially the cost of college these days. I don't think that's feasible for everyone, and I don't think it's necessary. We need a range of workers in the United States, and I think we're trying to push everybody into a 4-year education and we're lacking people who have other skills that are able to do things, fix things, create things. Of course, I said I want all my kids to go to college.
So that's sort of an expectation for you.
But I want them to have a better idea of what they want to do when they do go to college, so that it's more of a practical education.
Okay.
If my son if he's able to kind of try out some electrical engineering type things or engineering in general before he gets to college, I think he'll have a way better idea of if that's something he wants to pursue, and a better use of our college dollars and his time while he's there.
So for you would like to see the exploration of his passions and his purpose done at the K-12 level, so that when he gets to the inevitably very expensive, high risk side of college, he's
making much better use
of that time and good ROI on that, as opposed to jumping from this major to that major, this class to that class, trying to figure himself out.
Absolutely.
You expect that happening at the K-12 level.
I know we have that whole I Graduate or whatever they call this program. I've not yet been through this with my daughter. She's just now testing.
Okay.
She's in 8th grade, just now testing to. I don't even know how that all works just yet. That it's almost like picking a major.
Right.
And I do like that idea.
The K-Cal pathways, all that kind of stuff. You like that?
I just have not been through that process as a family yet, so I don't know how that looks in practice.
I gotcha. Let me ask this. When it comes to and you may have already touched on some of this, but of the things that maybe you haven't, or you want to maybe even just reiterate some of those in a different way. When it comes to the education of your children, and we're just talking about your children, what occupies your thinking the most? Said another way, what keeps you up at night, if I was to use that colloquial term? When it comes to their education, what do you find yourself thinking about the most? Or what thoughts seem to reoccur?
It comes down to, I just keep thinking if they had some type of makerspace, how amazing that would be. On the other, thinking broader picture, and I think Keller hopefully is moving away from this teaching to the test. I absolutely cannot stand teaching to the test. I don't need my kids to know how to, when you get a job, they're not passing out a test every 6 weeks to let you know if you're passing or failing. That's not the way life works. And I don't want their entire education being teaching them how to take an SAT test, or, I know a lot of funding is tied in with testing, which that whole system I think just stinks. It really does. Standardized testing, the fact that the school district's funding is tied to that, I cannot stand that whole thing. There's so much wrong with that. There just is that we're not teaching our kids what they need to know. We're just teaching them how to pass a test.
Right on.
Yeah. I think that's my biggest.
Okay, makes sense.
That's what would keep me up. Yeah.
And that's what you find yourself sort of maybe thinking about the most, talking to friends about the most, is that kind of, the frustration of that concern. Okay. On the makerspace side, can we kind of understand what you mean by that? What's kind of the theme of that very specific example?
Okay. The reason I think about this a lot is because there just isn't an outlet for my son Brody. They do offer these third-party type classes after school. He went through the Lego one.
Okay.
But that was, like building inclines, and it wasn't advanced enough to hold his interest, and he really he didn't enjoy that. I've got him in the coding one now, and he seems to like that. He seems to like that more. But that's all outside of that's additional dollars that we put into he doesn't get any type of